Am I live? I'm testing it. Man, how does this work? I'm not sure how this works. This is my first. Oh, I think we started it. Okay. All right. So okay. I'm. Okay. So I'm live. All right. My bad. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm sorry. Um, Let me just get comfortable because I'm trying to like see how this works, and this is just I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're having a good time. So I am probably gonna just do 30 minutes or whatever. So let's do an update. First of all, and I want to keep timestamps and stuff too, because I don't want people that watch the replay because I'm gonna try to keep these videos up. But anyway, so we need to talk about updates. We have been doing a lot. Last month was testing, April testing, and now it's May. It's the last month of school, and y'all, I'm hanging on by a thread because I ain't gonna lie, the weather start to change, and I'm like, I gotta move around. You know what I mean? Like we're having a good time, but it's like, girl, it's summertime. And so waking up early in the morning is just not giving. It's not giving. But we've been making it do. And we've just been redirecting a lot of our energy and everything and just staying on the up and up. The girl, it's you know how it is for the summertime. And I was debating on whether or not I went to summer school or not. Um, I was doing some reflecting and I have never not done summer school. I have never not got into like the summer. And I think that's the problem. That's why I'm burnt out because your girl is always doing the summer school. We're always doing the summer school. Excuse me if I'm looking at the camera because I'm like, the quality, the quality. I need to figure out how to hook this up and do this or whatever. But we'll do that for next time. But like I said, like I think I'm gonna take a break this summer. And then let me tell you, I was doing my planner and I realized that I was never going to get the 2 months off for summer. I was never going to get that. I was never going to get 2 months off for summertime. I was already going to have to be back July, like July 21st or something. Like I had to go back to work. So I was never going to get the full 2 months anyway. Excuse my voice. Your girl, I don't know what happened, the weather, it be hot, it be cold, it's raining, it's all type of stuff going on, and having all those kids in the library and stuff, girl, your my voice under the weather, right, under the weather, trying to reclaim my health and everything like that. But it's just really, it's pollen everywhere, it's just too much. It is too much. It is too much or whatever. So I'm ready. But I also don't think that they're paying the librarians for the summer. And so that is also a testament because, when the changes start being made, you like, is this the best, not is this the best thing? You know what I mean? Like when one person is changing something about whether or not you gonna be, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, but I'm not doing summer school, and I think I'm gonna use the summertime to really grow my brand and everything like that. And I'll be going into that a little bit more. Like by the end of this month, I'll share some more. Let me see what else I had on my list for updates. Okay, I did the book fair. I was worried about doing the book fair because the school's history has not been able to like make over like $500 or anything like that. And so, we were able to make 1200, like 1228. Amen. You only get 30% of that. But I think that is really good. And that is a testament of, you know, your girl. Honestly, phenomenal job there. My goal is always to make whatever we need to make to get the most amount of money. And I really wanted to get, I think you need to have $3,800. Like I'm really good with the business part of things. Like I really am. Sales, marketing, all that stuff. But anyway, I don't think we was gonna get that because the level of products that they have for those types of students, like they don't have stuff for middle school. And I'm gonna just be honest with you, they're buying books, but they're buying junk. And you know what? I turn into a salesperson, and whatever is selling, that is what I'm concerned with. So I know, you know what I mean. And see, I got them right after they took the test. I got them to do the book fair or whatever. But imagine if I would have got them around tax time. Listen, I would have, but at the same time, like, I feel like you can go and buy some stuff off of Oriental Trading and have your own school store, and boom, you will be making money. Anyway, that's enough about work. The next thing is the reason why we're even doing these lives is because, well, um, I think it's this past or last week, my mom had surgery. And so, I record on the weekends and different things like that. And so, you know, it was going to put a damper on things, visiting and different things of that nature, just making sure that she's good. Um, and we'll be talking about that and healing the divine feminine and connecting to all that stuff. But basically, she just had surgery. It wasn't nothing like, I'm not going to say it wasn't serious because it was definitely serious. It was definitely serious. I feel like being the oldest, you kind of be like, this is just a routine procedure. This is nothing, you know what I mean? Just to, because you have to hold it together for other people, but it was definitely serious. It was definitely, yeah. But I have to hold it together, and I would never, freak out the siblings and stuff like that. But anyway, my grandmother is in town. She drove up from Mississippi. And so I think she'll be here the entire month or maybe 3 weeks. So everybody came last week. And so was driving to go see, and then I'll be driving this weekend as well to go see. So that's why we had to like make some changes. You know what I mean? Make some changes. And that's why we have to do this video. What else I said? Yeah, so we've been testing book fair, mom, and then family in town. That's basically it as far as our updates and everything like that. We are gonna be continuing like with our thing like us, but I think um I want to try out doing the lives, mainly because your girl does not feel like editing the videos. I do not feel like editing. I don't have time now. I don't have time. And we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to go into it, but it's just like, there's never the right time. It's never the right time to do anything that you need to do. So you just kind of have to come up with a workaround and do what you have to do. Um, Hold on. Yeah, cause I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. We're finna get into the video. I'm not gonna take too much of your time. Hopefully by 6 o'clock, cause I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting sleepy. Amen. I'm getting tired. Let me tell you, I get home from work. I walk my dog, make sure she's good, and I don't know. I'll sit on my couch, not this one, but the other one. I'll sit on that couch and I'll be like, I should lay down, and then I'll lay down, and then when I lay down, it's time to take a bath and go to bed, and then it's gonna be tomorrow. You know what I mean? So like, yes. So we need to hurry up and get into the video because I feel that sleep creeping in. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about fear of success, fear of being perceived. I'm not gonna lie, I was afraid of doing a live video. One, because your girl does not know how this works. And so we're working on it. We had to do some research, do some things to figure out what exactly does all of this entail. You know what I mean? Like I'm testing things out. This is a test video anyway, but we have to do a workaround. I have my planner, I'm doing everything. Um, but I was doing some reflecting, and it was just kind of like the fear of success. Like, one of the reasons that we have the fear of success, or we feel like we're an imposter and different things of that nature, is because I'm looking at my notes. I typed it up. I did. Okay. All right. So, feelings of unworthiness, right? Having that need for perfection, feeling like you have to be perfect before you can step out because there's something within yourself that is not up to par. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I think I am going to go in with the life coaching vibe, but at the same time, it's just like, you have that negative thought form, like, how can you be a life coach or help other people when you don't have all of your things together? But I feel like you can still encourage people, you can still help people, you can still provide the insight for people who might be going through, like, I'm not gonna lie, the videos I be making, I don't be wanting to put it because I don't be want vulnerability is not what I'm trying to do. Scorpio moon, not really trying to do all of that, not really trying to, but it helps people, it really helps people. And I think that it's really good for people to see, like, this person is going through something and they made it out. I can make it out as well. I can, step into my light. I can do things that I need to do for myself. And you don't have to be perfect. You do not, like, we finna make this work. We just want to step out of here. We finna get on this live. You know what I mean? If you hear the air conditioning is loud. I don't understand that. But anyway, we're just gonna step out. We're just gonna just do things. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like you're ever going to have all of the pieces together, like all of the pieces together. Like, you're never gonna be like perfect enough to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like you have to have this, this, and this. And then the other part is like, what qualifies you? Like, God qualifies the called. You see what I'm saying? You don't always have to have, you know, Moses. It's like, girl, I don't have all the necessary supplies. Like, you need to, like, who am I to be out here talking about let my people go? Who am I? Who am I? Say, don't worry about who you are. Believe in me and get this stick and let's make it pop, And I just feel like, yeah, yeah. Anyway, number two, imposter syndrome based on other people's perceptions. So you have it within yourself, like, who am I? But then also, like, say you want to do something with your life, and then you like, what if other people are like, oh, you remember Pee Wee? You know how we do. We like, you remember Pee Wee? Pee Wee from XYZ. Yeah. Now you look, he look on Facebook. He doing this, this, and this. Girl, I wouldn't trust him with. That's just how we talk. That's just a conversation that we would have. But it's just kind of like, because we never supported people that we knew. So I think, I can do it on YouTube because YouTube is like you and me, girl. It's just you and me. But on our regular social media, like Instagram, you got people on there that you went to school with, right? And it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want them like, oh, I remember when blah, 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 blah. And then you feel like then they don't support you or it's not worth doing or whatever because they don't support you or they remember you when blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, if you're rewriting a new story, we're going to talk about that in another because it's May. It's May, and I hope you were doing your strategic planning. I hope that you were doing your mid-year check-in. I hope you were doing that. If you're not, we're going to be doing that. It's on the calendar. We're going to get that together. But, you know, it's not a matter of what other people think. It's not really, like, honestly, I think about maybe I should just restart a new Instagram or whatever. But the point is, like, nobody cares. Nobody cares what other people think. You shouldn't care. Block them. Block them. I don't know why we don't support each other. I'm not saying that nobody's supporting me. It's just that fear that people like the fear of being perceived, right? The fear of being perceived. I would rather talk crazy on YouTube because who's watching? You know what I mean? Not saying that y'all are not watching because I know y'all show up for me, but it's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Versus on Instagram, and you have people that you went to college with. It's the cringe factor. And then the other part is, I'm not gonna lie, and if you bring it up, I'll tell you you a liar, even though you telling the truth. Okay, y'all know that show. I need to get some water. That show, it was Inventing Anna. Inventing Anna. That little white girl, she's grown out, but she had the city of New York eating out of her hand off the thought that she deserved, so she was trying to build something. She intently believed that she was trying to build something with her life, and she made other people believe it. She didn't care what them people said. She don't care that when they run the card, it's saying declined. That's not, that matters not. That is not the most important thing. She is worried about, I'm trying to build something where like-minded individuals can collaborate and be a part of something. Either you with us or you're not. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's pretty much it. If you look up what she's doing now, she's on Dancing with the Stars. Like, she is like still living her dreams, like still out here having a wonderful time. She believed so intently that she was, I don't know, I was gonna say HB, but she believed. She believed. She had the faith. She had more of a mustard seed. She had more than that. But she really believed in herself. And you have to do it. And so, with that imposter syndrome, my thing is, if you are an imposter, then be Joanna the scammer. Be Joanna the scammer. If you are an imposter, then it doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because you can show up the way you want to show up. And who is going to tell you no? Who's going to check you? Nobody's going to check you, because you're an imposter. Be the imposter. Be the person, right? Be the person that you always wanted to be. It doesn't matter. And if anybody challenges, right? If anybody challenges, your new narrative, then you just kind of block them and you move on. Like, that's what Anna would. What would Anna do? I know. I get so inspired, but not because she was crazy. She was scammering. No, not like that. But it's just like she really believed, and she was able to go to these banks. All she would do when the banks told her no, she changed her hair. She changed her hair. The party girl aesthetic didn't work. She had to go in there and change her hair, put some glasses on, and look serious. Girl. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Like, honestly, you need to just believe in yourself. I'm cracking myself up. Anyway, here's the other part: not wanting to leave people behind. Okay, not wanting to leave people behind. And I had a couple of dreams about this, and I want to share. Okay, I want to share because I'll be wanting to know, why are people so, like so attached to their past persona, or their, what they're doing currently? Why do people think that this is all that they can do? Or just like, some people, what they have right now, that's all they gonna have. That's all they gonna be, because that is who they are. That's what they believe. And anything that challenges or is they just can't see beyond what they already have. And that's not a us thing, that's a them thing. And we're not saying that having more, being more is, you know, better than someone else, but it's just kind of like, girl, hold on, let me see, hold on. All right, I'm just making sure. I didn't know if anybody put something in the chat or not. But anyway, so some people, all they have is all they gonna have. Okay, I had a dream the other day, and I don't know if I was a leasing officer or something, but this man needed his door unlocked, right? And I don't know. He needed his door or something. Like, the door was, it wasn't working. It was locked. And so he was like, his key didn't work or something like that. And I was like, okay, cool, no problem. And I opened the door for him, unlocked it, and he was like, well, why doesn't my key don't work? I'm like, I don't know. But I opened the door for you, and you can go ahead and go. It wasn't like the door to his house or anything. It was like an amenity or something like that. I don't know if I was working in the lease. I don't know. I don't know. But it's just like, why don't you keep work, baby? I don't know. I wasn't in the dream. It didn't feel like I was somebody that needed to know about the keys. I had a key. I unlocked the door so that he could go where he needed to go. Um, that's not my job. So I don't think I was leasing, but I opened the door. But he was very upset that his key didn't work. And I'm just like, why is he so upset about his key not working? Just go through the door. The door is open for you. Just go. Just go. And I woke up because I wasn't gonna go toe to toe. Not even in my dreams. I don't argue with people. I do not argue with people. Like, either you're gonna go through the door or you're not. It's not a big deal. Have a wonderful day. Anyway, so I was like, why was he so upset? So I had another dream. I had another dream about it. You know, they be giving me the dream. So I had a dream. And the next dream was I was at like this concert thing. I don't know where I was, but it was like open seating. It was open seating, performances and stuff like that. I don't know. But it's open seating. So you can sit wherever you want. So some people were sitting in the back. Some people were sitting, wherever they could get in, right? I kept going to different, like a mezzanine, like a this or that, and I kept going till I got the best seat. Now, some people kind of just, they sat wherever they wanted to sit and they sat at the best, whatever they felt like the best possible thing was. They sat there and they kind of just stayed there, like, girl, I see you at the end or whatever, like that. But then somebody followed me and she went as far as she could. Now we got to the part where sometimes performers come through where they come through where the audience people are, and they come in and they go up on top of stage. Okay, we tried to go in there, but a man was like, no, y'all late. Y'all can't come through here. And then this other lady, she came out. I call her Deborah Lee. I don't know who it was. I don't know if he was at a BET show. I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't even watch TV. I don't even watch BET. So I don't know why that came up. But that's the closest thing I can see. But anyway, she was upset that the man told us we were late. And so, she said, you can come around here. And so we came around here and there was more seating. And so there was, like, how when you have in the front, there's you can be in the front right next to the stage. You can be right there. But there's like a back part of that area and there's a front part. The girl that followed me sat in the back. I saw room in the front and I sat in front. And then you know who sat next to me? The Deborah Lee lady. And I was just like, we had a wonderful key. And what I got from that dream, I don't even know if I'm making sense, but what I got from that dream was some people take what they can get. They take what is offered or the first sign of things, they just take that. And they think that that's all that's available. So we're just going to take that. And we're just going to be grateful for what we have for right there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm different. I'm going to take you for whatever you have. Why? Because I know that there's more than enough. There's more than enough. There's more than enough. Now that I've seen that these are some seats, if this don't work out, then I can go sit at these other seats. No, I'm going to go as far as I can go. I'm going to take it as far as I can. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make it happen. And I don't care how anybody else feels about it. And that is the difference between me and other people. That's what the dream said. I don't know. And I want to share that with y'all. I want to share that with y'all because sometimes we don't, pursue our dreams. We don't go as far as we feel like we should go simply because we don't think that it's possible. You know what I'm saying, like, who am I? And that's that other part, feelings of unworthiness. Like, who am I to deserve something like that? If the blessing got your name on it, I don't know. If the blessing has your name on it, the blessing has your. Let me go some water. Let me get some water really quick. Hold on. That's what I've been dealing with all week. I was fighting for my life. I was fighting for my life. That's the other reason why, girl. I don't know if it was a pollen or what. And my voice has not been going out. Because I ain't been talking. Woo, I've been conserving, conserving my voice. mm. Mm. The other part, why we don't get that success or why we don't reach for the stars and everything like that, is because when and this is all me, girl. It's all me. When bad things happen to us, we just count ourselves out. And I am a true believer. I am a true believer that when the going gets tough, you get tougher. You get tougher. And I could have not made a video or did a live or whatever, when, my mom had surgery, when I got sick. Um, I could have just said I'm gonna just not do nothing in May and then I can pick it up in June. Nope, we finna make these videos today. Today. Because I promised myself that I was going to do my YouTube. I promised myself that. I promised myself that I was going to put forth some effort and you know and as soon as you be like, I'm gonna put some effort in, that's when, like, okay, well, we gotta run a test. I'm telling you, testing, tried and tested for the quality assurance. I'm serious. And so these things happen. And then what comes to mind when I think of that? If you watch the movie um Rush Hour, that lady was in there with them explosives. Oh, we can't say that. My bad. She was in there with that stuff, and she was trying to do little wires. She was in there. She was trying to do little wires. Okay. And uh Chris Tucker, Smokey, you know, distracted her and she got the wrong wire and boom, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I was distracted, sir. And he was like, distractions happen in the field. It happens. You have to be able to still pursue your purpose, whether or not you are distracted. These things happen. These things have they been happening. They've been happening. They're gonna keep happening. So it's not because if you can only, believe or do your purpose when things are good, then what does that say about your character? If you can believe, if you can do things only when the going is easy, what character, what level of grit, do you have? Like, do you only believe God when it's good? Do you only believe in the vision when it's good? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, God don't be telling you all the stuff you gotta go through to get to the destination. He don't tell you all of that. He just say, hey, you going over there. But you didn't say what we had to do to get over there. Because I guarantee you, if he told you everything, you probably be like, I don't know if I'm gonna make that trip. I don't think I need to be there. I don't know if I really want to make that. I don't know if that's what I need. I don't know. I don't know. It's not giving. Because you said we were supposed to be in the milk and the honey, and I don't know what this is. This is not giving the milk and the honey. It's giving manure. I'm just saying, I would never, I would never question your judgment, but it's not giving. Those are my type of prayers. Those are the type of prayers I be praying. I don't know. You said that, but it's just not giving. I believe God has a sense of humor because I have one. And if we were created in, the image, then haha. I be cracking myself up. Let me see the other one. Let me put the other one on here. Um, Girl, it's never the right time. That's the other part. So it's never the right time. There's always gonna be something that's gonna prevent you from doing your thing. It's a part of the game. So you just really have to, and then the other part is what I'm working on is it says negative programming. We're reframing the idea that success comes at a cost. Success or being perceived is not safe because if something bad happens to you every time you reach a milestone or you start making moves and strides toward your vision or your purpose or whatever, because I'm not gonna lie. The reason we didn't do YouTube when we were in college is because we had a time in college. Girl, we things happen to us. Things real life happened. Real life happened. And we did not pursue it. We did not go. And what I'm learning is that it's not so much that it's not safe. It might be, those energies or those forces that, like, I don't know. I be helping people. I be inspiring people everywhere I've ever been. Every job, it just in crossing, talking to people. I could be at the park, talking to, and just having a conversation. We have the keys, like the dream said. We got the keys. I don't know what it is. We just have the keys, and you never know. Some people gonna hold on. I gotta charge the doggone computer. Gotta charge. It's too much. It's too much. This is my first live. We're not gonna mess up no more. We just, this is my first day. This is my first day. Hold on. Where is the computer charger? Ooh, hold on. My bad. Girl, this is so crazy. Oh. Now being an adult is so crazy. Anyway, okay, we back. My bad. We gonna get it together. This is our first day. But anyway, we have the keys. We be helping people all the time. We be helping people. We have the keys. That's my job. I'm giving you the key. Give you the key out of whatever you got. Just the keys. That's what I do. But some people don't want the key. But then also, like, yeah, girl, reframing that idea that it's not safe to be seen. I was nervous to do this live because it's live. you know, because when you're recording and you edit yourself and you can put it the way, but when somebody's live and direct on the camera, different different vibe entirely. But you know what? I think that I give better personality. I'm having a fun time right now. I am having a good time just in here talking to y'all because we're just having a 1-2. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it feels better. It's natural. It's rolling off the tongue. And I'm not editing nothing. I'm not. I'm just gonna put out the video. I don't care. But it's just like feeling like it's not safe because every time something like you start walking in your purpose, you start, taking a tiptoe, you walking on the water. We walking on the water. And then he said if you keep your eye on me, you know, things would not, but things is flying. You got flies and stuff out here. We're trying to walk on the water. We're trying to walk with Jesus on water, girl. And it's giving flies and all type of birds and stuff like this. Something just drop on me. Like, you told me to watch you, but it's hard. It's so hard. Like, I'm like, girl, I'm not saying that we're gonna drown, but I'm worried. I am worried because I can't swim and you asking me to walk on the water, and it's all type of stuff happening out here. Okay, I saw a little water dragon look like the Kraken or something like that. We on Pirates and Caribbean out here, and it's Johnny Depp, and you over here asking me to walk on the water. Like, you asking for too much. You asking for entirely too much for me. Okay, I'm doing the best I can. My voice is gone. I don't know what I sound like. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah. But you know what? I feel like when these things happen, it builds your character. Um, Things happen, you know. You have to reframe it from thinking, oh, it's not safe. Because the whole time I was having anxiety about being on camera, and now I'm having a good time. So it's not. And so we have affirmation sets, okay? It's safe for me to be seen. It's safe for me to be perceived. It's safe for me to be successful. All things are working for my good, right? The other part is like, I don't know if I put it in here. Like when we talk about not wanting to leave people behind, I've noticed something else. It's like when you reach a level of success, people fall away. People and situations fall away from you because you're choosing to do something different with your life. We're going to talk about maybe that in another video. But, you know, it hurts. It hurts. And so that also contributes to whether or not you believe that being successful or being seen and perceived and everything like that is something safe to do, because you might lose people along the way. They might feel some type of way, like you feel like you're better than me and da 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 and all this other stuff. And so you can't live and walk within your purpose because you don't want to leave. You love these people. You love these people. You love your family. You love your friends. You love your friends. You love everybody. And you wish everybody would do what they, was supposed to, because everybody make choices. Everybody make choices. Everybody makes decisions within their life. Whether you believe that you're making choices or not, it doesn't matter. You're making choices. And I am coming to the realization, like, everybody that I know chose their life. They chose their life. They chose to have the experiences that they are currently experiencing, good or bad, good or bad. And I owe it to myself to make the choices that I need to make my life better. And you can't be worried about people, when shining your light, you're worried about whether or not you're going to blind the people. That's neither here nor there, because at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do, right? And it's just, you know, you do have to leave people behind. You have to leave people behind. Everybody's not going to reach those levels that and it's disheartening. But I believe that with every person, with every situation that falls away, you'll get something 10 times better. Okay, tenfold increase on everything that is. But the other part today is when you have people and situations falling apart because you are moving into your purpose. These are things that had to, like, everybody is not going to get blessed off you. Everybody ain't gonna be eating at your table like that for the world. Everybody is not getting the plates. Everybody's not invited. Like, sometimes you can't get your blessing because other people are over there. And he don't want you to have other people. He don't want them over there. They supposed to be going through a drought. That's another video. But they supposed to be going through a drought. And the fact that you are giving your water and now everything to them, now you finna get cut off because he want them to have a drought. They supposed to have it. They didn't do something. They have to go through the wilderness. It's their time. You went through your time in the wilderness. You went through your problems. You went through your little depressions and everything like that. You made it out. They have to go through it. And that's the other part, girl. Let me tell you, I am always trying to, like, help people. Like, I be trying to help people. And I be mad that they don't want to be helped. But sometimes they don't need to be helped because they wouldn't know what to do with the help if you gave it to them. Girl, they don't want to be helped. They don't want to be saved. Literally, literally. They don't want it. They don't want it. They don't. You have to be like, forgive them, Father. Because they wouldn't, like the man. Why is he so upset that his key don't work? When I unlock the door for him, it don't hit the same because his key don't work. And he want to know what's wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? For him, for his own key not to work, because he should be able to open the door. You open the door for him. That is not the same thing as the door wasn't supposed to be open for him. Clearly. So he's mad about that. It's just a whole different dynamic. Everybody is not going to receive the help, the message, the keys. Everybody is not going to be successful. And it's not because everybody doesn't want to be successful, but it might be because everybody success is different for everybody. Some people are happy with what they have, and then it's just not written for them. It would be if they wanted it, but I don't think that everybody want to be successful. I don't think that everybody want to be happy. Some people are too attached to the pain. That is who they are. You know, they don't know who they are outside of the pain, the heartbreak, and the trauma. They don't really have an identity outside of that. And so you trying to come in here and save everybody. Who told you? You know what I'm saying? That they want to even, like, yeah, yeah. But it's just like, it's sad because I can't really be around people who don't want to be saved because I eradicate problems. I'm a problem solver. It's very hard for me to sit up with a problem. I can't sit up with people and they got problems. And I'm trying to help you. Because if I saw you in a, like, if I saw you were struggling, I would want to help you. I would want you to be happy. But what makes me happy is not having problems. But some people like problems. Like they love their problem. The problem is their friend. And I can't identify with that. And so I'm learning that as well. And it makes me sad because you have to get rid of people because you can't, like every time you talk to somebody, they're talking about a problem. And you're like, oh, okay. Because the minute you start talking about a problem, I'm talking about how to solve the problem. But maybe some people just want to talk and they want to be heard. Yeah, they want to be heard. But the thing is, I don't be hearing none of that. I know I'm trying to be better, but it's just like, girl, I'm not going to keep talking about the same problem every day. I don't want to talk about the problem because I feel like if you keep talking about the problem, you want a solution, but you don't want a solution. You want to keep talking about the problem. And really, what it is people be trying to drain you dry of your energy. And see, now we got to cut you off for real. See, girl, girl, you gotta have you gotta do it for yourself. You got to. Cause I really be trying to like I don't wanna leave people behind. I don't wanna you know what I mean? But or or the idea that being seen, being perceived is not safe because that means somebody else doesn't get, or I don't have the time to spend with family, or I don't have the time to do this and that. I'm not able to show up the way I used to show up. And so people might think different things. It's all about what other people think. And girl, part of me is like, girl, I don't care. I don't care what people think, but I care about, I love my family. I love my friends, but it's just like that's a real that's a real thing because when I set my mind to something, I want to do it. But what I'm also noticing is that people don't always take it seriously. And so you have to take it seriously. You have to, put forth the effort and just really whether people believe in it or not, you the only person. You got to go straight up to Anna. Anna believed in her dreams. She believed in her dreams so much that other people, she brought the people, anybody that didn't believe, they got left behind. And it is what it is. And she was cutthroat too. She was cutthroat. You got to be cutthroat. You got to be cutthroat. You kind of have to just go forth and be successful regardless. Like, it is what it is. So, that's my TED Talk and my crazy life. Let me see what else I had on my notes. Let me see what else I had. This is just our first live, you guys. I'm hoping that we get better over time. I need to figure out how I can get my actual camera to do it because we're using a laptop camera. And it's just, I don't know. It's just not giving. It's not giving what I thought it would give. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So I'm checking our chat. We don't really have a lot of people in the chat. That's okay. First day, first vibe. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I hope that this made sense. I made a flyer. Hold on. I made a flyer. Okay. And I want to do timestamps, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Ooh, let me see. I want to see. We're going to go live. I'm going to just look on my phone and just tell y'all. It's on the community tab that we are going to go live. What are the dates? Okay. All right. So we're going live today at 5:30. I'm just saying. Woo! Okay. It's time to take it. It's time to go to bed. Girl, I go to bed early. Yeah, I don't be playing. Look, I go to bed and then I wake up And then I be up in the morning. You know I gotta be at work at like 6:30. I have been late because God, I'm in here doing laundry. I'm cleaning up. I'm doing everything. Everything. I'm making coffee. I'm doing everything except getting ready to go to work. I start getting ready at 6. It takes me, don't laugh. It takes me 20 minutes to get to work. 15 when I get on the highway. But I be leaving here at 6:25. And I be hoping that I'm gonna get to work at 6:30. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I don't mean it. And then I don't be driving like that for real in a hurry. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why real quick. Because you could drive to get to work. Something happened to you. They gonna have a replacement before your body is cold. You can say you listen. They gonna have your they gonna have your replacement. So I'm like, I ain't coming up. I'm not coming up here for that. I'm not. I'm not gonna risk my life to come up here. For what? For what? It is not that serious. People be out here driving like they really on Fast and Furious, myself included. Because I ain't gonna lie, I like to have my playlist going, and that is the happiest moment of the day. But girl, I'm not it's not that serious for me. I'm not gonna have no accident. I'm not gonna have nothing up here because it's not worth it. I'm gonna send them a text message and say, hey. I'm gonna send a text message and I'm gonna be like, I got to I'm gonna send a screenshot of the traffic and I'm gonna say it's an accident. I'm gonna be there at you gotta add 5 minutes because you can't be late twice. We might as well go to McDonald's because ain't no way. Give me a McGriddle or something. I don't know, some eggs, bacon, because it's not worth it. It's not. It's not. I'm not concerned. I am not concerned. We're going nowhere. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not. I'm not. But I go to sleep though. Okay. We're gonna come. We're gonna live on Friday. This Friday. We might have some libation or some type of communion that day, because it's Friday. I didn't have nothing today. So imagine. I'm just saying. We're going to be talking about connecting with the divine feminine, healing mother wounds. Excuse me. That's all right. I don't know where that came from. I thought I was getting better. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway. Anyway. Then we're gonna do May 14th, how to change your life. And then that's a Wednesday. And then yeah, because we don't have no weekends that we can really go live or do videos or whatever. Because I'm gonna be with family this weekend. It's Mother's Day. So I'm gonna get you in on Mother's Day before. And then after that we'll be doing Sunday. So yeah. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. But the vibe is, girl, I don't have time to edit videos. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you enjoyed it. We had fun. I had a great time. We stayed on here probably an hour or like something like that. But woo, I will see you in the next one. Bye.